Hello people, so yeah, long time. So just thought about updating of what's going on. So as you know, videos are coming from the Spiti ride. Just mucking about in the neighborhood areas, finding some off-road trails. I'll post some videos on that as well. But by my sitting position, you might have judged or guessed by now that I'm riding something else today. So yeah, I don't think you will get to see any pictures of the bike, but if you did, some of you might have guessed what bike this is. And this is a KTM RC 390. Yeah, the 390 is in talk these days, quite a lot actually. So I just thought, yeah, why not? Now there are a lot of things that this bike can do. This is just one of them. It is oversteering for some reason, I don't know. Need to check that. But yeah. So as I said, a lot of talks going about these days about 390 Adventure. Now this is not an adventure. This is kind of, a sports bike. Yeah, you can take it to track. We are already aware of its cousin, the Duke 390, and now another cousin would be adding up to the lineup. That's the Adventure 390. Now, this is a potent engine. They have been working on this for years now. I mean, I think this is 2015, but yeah, originally Duke was launched in 2012. There were some niggles, but have been sorted out by KTM, and they are being made by Bajaj in India. So a lot of niggles have been sorted out, and engine was always quite a potent mill. It could do a lot. It still can do a lot. This bike in particular has done about 53,000 kilometers, and yeah, still going strong. Some niggles here and there, some issues, nothing major. Okay, nothing kind of major. But all sorted out, still running on original crank, original piston rings and piston and cylinder kit. Valves were changed though. That's a different story. We'll discuss it some other time. But yeah, so that's a red light. I need to get some fuel as well. But anyways, yeah, so as I was saying, this is a potent mill. Now, I read I read on few forums as well as watched some videos on YouTube where people were saying it is not geared correctly and they should have changed the gearing and all. Now, I have a different, well, everyone has a different idea about that, but so do I. So, this engine is making about 37 Nm. At about 7,500, I guess. Yeah. And now I'm not comparing this as an off-road. I'm just comparing the engine characteristics to a 410 11cc mill that is running on our sweet Himalayan. Now that makes about 32 Nm of torque, somewhere around 4,500. So yes, that can give you a lot of torque, say at about 2000 RPM. But this can give you the same amount of torque starting onwards 3000. So it's just a difference of around 1000 RPM. Besides, this can go a lot higher. So yeah, in off-roading, this does need a proper right-hand response. But that is coming with traction control, so that is a good thing. So yeah. And on that note, I just thought, maybe, because I have done some off-roading on this, I have done some off-roading, yeah, to say the least. Some long-distance touring as well, where some off-roading was again required. And I've done some track days, as I said, so I was impressed. This is a good engine. This can take whatever you throw at it. So I don't believe that changing the gear ratios and all would have mattered much. Maybe yes, 500, 700 RPM lower, it might have been able to produce more torque. but that should be okay. And on that note, I thought, I've been doing, as I said, some off-roading in my neighborhood. So I just thought, well, those are quite difficult enough for me on the Enfield. So why not take this there and see how is the response on this thing. And what the engine can do, I can understand the fact that on trails, bad roads, off-road, when there is just nothing that can be done, you just thump along at say 2,500 RPM on the Enfield and it can just chug along, and I have seen that. I've done a lot of that. And I think this bike is capable enough. This, as in the Adventure, would be capable enough as well. 1000 RPM, 700,000 RPM should not matter much. But look at the fact that the RPM goes all the way up to 10,000 on the Adventure. So with the traction control and all, that can be fun. And needless to say, the weight I think was 158. Ground clearance is about 200, so that is good enough. With the right kind of suspension, that is good enough, trust me. That should be more than enough. Plus, you also will get preload as well as rebound adjustment. That would be first in this segment, and that would be first on any bike in India to be made in India and launched here when it gets launched. And I think there was talk about getting the rebound and preload adjustment on the rear as well. These bikes already get preload, but rebound on the rear, yeah, that can come in handy. That can be actually quite fun. Plus you get all the ABS modes. You can switch off the ABS on that one. And unless it is about ground clearance, the off-roading bit, it can manage quite okay. I'm never that fast, but yeah, not that big a deal. And that is going to be the test today. This is what I wanted to see. Now there's a very good probability, because if I remember, this bike has a ground clearance of 145 mm. That's pretty low. That is very low. In India, I think this is the lowest ground clearance bike ever built. And on road, as I said, 2015 model. They did take care of that in 2017 BS4 one. This is BS3. So yeah, does not have that side exhaust. And that underbelly fairing does hamper a bit of, say, going over speed breakers sometimes, and off-roading. It's not its cup of tea. But still, we are just here to check what the engine can do, how the engine fares in those kind of conditions. So this is the bit that I was talking about. I'm going to try and stand up. That does help. And thus far, I'm not having any problems. Now, falling here can be a bit of a task. So just to see how the engine performs, basically. Taking the right lines. Yeah, it climbs. This is where I always get stuck on the Himalayan. Whoa! Rear one is spinning. Yeah. So I am at what? Sailing along on alloys. I need to check what RPM I am doing. Yeah, 3,500-ish RPMs. This is quite okay. I guess I might have been a tad bit faster. Nah, I think I'll be faster on this. Now going down this trail can be a bit tricky. I'll post the video of comparison with the Himalayan of how I was going. But the engine, I'm not talking about the bike here, but I'm talking about that 373cc mill churning out 37 Nm of torque and 43 point something bhp of power. And now that we are here, let me show you what lays here. Okay. Okay. So this is the steed, as you can see. Yeah, a bit of scuff marks. Tire do need changing. The rear one is almost gone. Done 50,000, but yeah, still running strong. And of course, I've had some crashes on this, minor, major, both. I don't know how I got this one though. But anyways, enough of the bike. Just tell me if you want to see some more DIYs on this. I can post that. But we are here to see this beautiful, peaceful, calm and serene lake. I can see some ducks swimming there. Yeah. Small lake, but listen to that. Nothing. Yeah, that is how peaceful it is. Okay, let's get about moving. So, yeah, the engine, as I was saying. Yeah, engine is good. I did not even feel once that I needed different gearing. I was in first gear, sailing along. Climbing down can be a bit of a task, but we will see. Yeah, this is it. Looks cleaner on the left side. Anyways, let's move out. Not gonna venture into deep because, as we know, this would have its limitation. Climbing down from where I came can be slightly tricky, but I think that would be okay. We are gonna go slow anyways. Now see, just slide a bit of throttle and the rear would go out. That is where the traction control would come in. Should not muck about a lot. But I feel confident on this one. I love the engine. I love the Himalayan as well. Even if I decide, say, in about 2-3 years maybe, when I have the kind of moolah to get Adventure, I don't think I'll still be thinking of selling the Himalayan. That has taken me to beautiful places. That has done me good. No reason to sell it. Here we go. Should I stand up? Nah, that would be too much. Let's just take it slow. Find the better ways. 2G3. That's fine. That's fine. Forgot to switch off the ABS. That is kicking in again and again. Should I stop and do that? Nah, it's not that bad. See, that is why you need to switch off the ABS. The control slide turns into oh. Let's see. Yeah, good enough. Engine is good. Slightly revving it up, 4,000 RPM. And even with 145 mm of ground clearance, I was able to do it. Yeah, it's a bit tiring on this one, does get a bit exhausted. With the crouch forward position, but off-roading is doable. And I think that is going to be a big hoot, that 373cc mill in an adventure form, even with the same gearing. Now, some people have been saying that maybe spoked rims should have been a better option. But that's okay. I mean, no one is going to be just flying off to Dakar on this. Dakar, however you spell that. So, alloys should be okay for these kind of things. I mean, for me, they would be okay. This is the speed that I'll be doing anyways. Maybe I'll be slightly faster on that, but nah, no complaints. I'll manage. We have to, oh, that's a scoop, whatever car that is, I don't know.